Hello and welcome back. It has been quite a while since I last filmed a video for Hollow Acres. Now I do have my reasons, but this is not the video for that. If you would like to know where I've been, what I've been up to, and why I haven't been posting, leave a comment down below, let me know. But for today's video, I have two specific things in mind. Firstly, I'm going to be unboxing a hummingbird feeder. Today's video is going to be sponsored by Grete Gotye. I really do hope that I am saying that right. I will put it up here on the screen. They approached me by email and offered to send me a lovely glass hummingbird feeder. I got the package in the mail. Here it is. I have not opened it yet, so we are going to do a very quick unboxing here at the beginning of this video. But once I get the hummingbird feeder set up, go outside and hang it up, I have some herbs that I need to harvest. There might not be that much going on in my garden, but the herbs are going wild. So to ensure that they keep producing for me, I do need to go harvest them, and I will be putting them in my dehydrator. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open up this hummingbird feeder and get it set up.
That's pretty.
Nectar.
That's glass, so be careful.
It's like a box.
This is to fill with nectar.
We don't have nectar.
Well, that was really easy to put together. The top is a glass vase. This is the Goddess model. Down below in the description, there will be a link that it goes straight to their Amazon store. There are multiple options to choose from and multiple colors. I chose purple because it is my favorite color. I did not color coordinate my outfit today. It just happened that way. Now, after reading the instructions, it does say for cleaning, hand wash, use hot water or vinegar. I can fill this with hummingbird nectar or a sugar water mixture of a 4 parts water to 1 part sugar. I'm estimating this looks to be about to hold 2 cups, maybe 3, but likely 2 cups of liquid. So I'm going to head to the stove where I'm going to make a really quick sugar water solution. In order to make sure that your sugar dissolves in your water, we're going to want to boil it. The sugar water has come to a boil. I let it boil for over a minute and then I turned off the stove. I'm going to allow this to cool, and while it is cooling, I'm not getting used to yet the fact that it's getting dark at 8 o'clock. It is 7:30. It's almost dark outside, so I did not plan for this video very well. We're going to go ahead and go outside, harvest the herbs, and it's very likely that I'm going to have to put this in the fridge overnight and then fill up the hummingbird feeder in the morning and then hang it outside in the morning. It really would be the best time to do it anyway. So I'm going to throw my shoes on and head outside. I am now outside. I have my basket here. Excuse the garden. It is severely neglected while also having plenty of bare spots. It's not picturesque, but it's the garden. And this is not a garden tour, so I'm not going to be showing you everything. Not that there's a lot to show anyway. Now I have my herbs spread all throughout the garden. There are some specific places that we're going to be going to. We can see over here behind me all these pumpkin vines. Yes, they are lovely. Yes, they are taking over. And no, they're not growing pumpkins. And I'm assuming it's because the soil is not very good, which is fine, I guess. Our first stop, right here. Here I have a very little bushel of purple basil. I have been keeping this trimmed up pretty well. I do believe this is the only purple basil I have growing in my entire garden. That is not the best looking basil, but it'll do. This plant here is paracress, also known as the toothache plant. It has numbing properties, and I heavily rely on this whenever I have migraines. I'm not going to take too much from it this time because it is just growing back from the last time I harvested. In this bed I also have basil, and everything growing on the right is mint, and I have too much mint, so I don't need to get any of that. This bed, along with the tomatoes, is mostly oregano, but there is some holy basil in there, and that is what we're going after. And there is one more purple basil in here. Below all of the wisteria weeds and a tomato plant, I have a bushel of sage. I'm not going to be picking any oregano today because I have way too much oregano dried already. And here I have a bunch of thyme. See, in each bed I have a little bit of everything. Most of it is herbs. And then my lovely bush of rosemary here. I really don't need any rosemary. I have more than I can even do anything with for 2 years, dried inside. But if I do not keep it trimmed, we can see it's starting to yellow a little. And I don't want it to die. My basket is already full. Let's see what else we can get. Most of this bed is also oregano. It just grows wild. I have some yarrow here. I could go for some yarrow. Well, this one needs a good trimming all the way through. This is going to have to be another day kind of thing. Well, that is all that I have for outside. My basket's full. I'm going to head inside and start loading up my dehydrator. Hello, it has been a few days. After going outside to collect my herbs, after being outside for only 10 minutes, I got tore up by mosquitoes, and I have gotten to a point where I am really allergic to the bite of the mosquito. And after the research that I have done based upon the symptoms that I had, I can only assume that I had contracted West Nile virus. Now that feels ridiculous to say, but I have not felt this horrible in such a long time. And since I don't go around people, there's no way that I could have gotten the flu. I have not left my house in 3 weeks, if not a month. And nobody else leaves either. We're always here. So that was probably irrelevant information, but I felt the need to share. I'm going to go ahead and set up the Hummingbird feeder. Here I have the sugar water nectar that I made. Still perfectly fine. Now this nectar will last in my Hummingbird feeder for 5 to 7 days. Hopefully we don't attract ants. That was pretty spot on. I used 2 cups of water to make this, and I'm assuming, I'm just eyeballing it here, probably 2.5 cups would fit in here perfectly. Although it does say on the instructions not to fill it all the way up, so it's fine. Excuse my mess, I have not cleaned. All right, now I'm going to take it outside, and the only place I have to hang this is on one of my fruit trees. So let's go do that. Now this is probably not the best frame for this, but I'm using the tiniest tripod and my camera keeps falling right off of the top of it, so I'm working with what I have today. I have some string with me, and on my lovely plum tree here we got about a 3-inch branch here that I am, maybe 2-inch, that I'm going to tie this up to. Going in between a notch to make sure that it is going to stay in place. I did a triple knot to make sure it's not going to get knocked down. The instructions say to hang it at least 4 feet off of the ground. It's well over 5.5 feet, so this should be perfectly fine. It is in a shaded spot right under a fruit tree. So if we have hummingbirds, and I have lived here for 7 years and I've never seen a hummingbird, but if we have hummingbirds, I think this would be a really good place for them to come to. And also it's visible from my window, so you know, I can pull out my phone and record if I see one. Now that this is hung up, I do still have some herbs in my dehydrator that I do need to put in jars and get them put away. So let's go ahead and go inside and finish doing that, and then we can finish up this video, and then I can go lay back down because I feel really cruddy. All of my herbs are now in jars, and what I dried this time, I got some paracress, thyme, holy basil, yarrow, and rosemary. Now these are going to be added to the large collection behind me, and what I need to figure out next with all of these herbs is, well, I've run out of space, so I need to consolidate these. I have, as far as rosemary goes, I think I have like 10 of these full of rosemary. So I'm thinking I should probably get some half-gallon or some gallon mason jars so that I can put them all in just one large area or large jar. I also have the option to vacuum seal a bunch of the herbs, which I may do. I really don't know what I will be doing with the herbs behind me as of yet. We have now come to the end of today's video. What we did for this video, even though it spanned a couple of days, was setting up the hummingbird feeder that was sent to me by Grete Gotye. I am unsure of the pronunciation. The link for the hummingbird feeder will be down below in the description, as well as here on the screen. You also saw my neglected garden, parts of it anyway, and we harvested herbs together, we dried them, and we got them in jars. These are now shelf stable for ever, really. 3 to 5 years if they're never opened. I will go through them much quicker than that. We always do. If you liked today's video, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and if you're not already, consider subscribing. Doing those things does help out my small channel, and I would greatly appreciate it if you would do those small things. I will continue making more content for this channel, Hollow Acres. This year I have not made very much content. I needed to take some time off. Like I said earlier in the video, if you would like to know why, I can go further in detail into that. But like I said, that's not for this video. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if it is something that you do want to know. Otherwise, I just won't be sharing it. Not that I'm hiding anything, just that it's a long and uncomfortable story for me. Well, that is all that I have to say. I want to thank you for hanging out with me today while we did the couple of things that we did. Now I am going to go lay down in bed because I'm feeling absolutely horrible. I will see you in the next video. Bye.